Hello and welcome. I have something special for you. I will show you a very quick video on how you can get your first Reaper easily, and all of this starting in the green zone. I know from experience how confusing that this map can be, so we are going to start in the green zone and I will show you a very quick route on how to get to the Reapers with just a Megaloceros. So we have nothing special, just bring something decent. You can also bring a Spino, but in this example we use a Megaloceros. So let's get out of creative mode real quick. So the closest spawn for this would be edge 1 or edge 3, I'm not sure. So this is the entrance of the blue zone. So as you may have noticed, the only thing that I have boosted is movement speed, just so this video is not unnecessarily long. All the other stats are the same. I am using official server difficulty with single player settings disabled. So I do not have to fight everything and we can show this quickly to you. So normally of course you will be a bit slower, but I do not want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. So if you never entered the blue zone, I highly recommend that you bring a hazmat suit. It is not needed, but honestly as soon as you run into these spores you will know why. And the best thing about this route as well is, as you can see, it is quite peaceful as well. Of course, your world might be different, but for the most part, you do not have to fight much until, of course, we reach where the Reapers are. So, in the distance, you should see this metal structure. That is where we need to be. And along the way I will show you the coordinates as well, of course. So as soon as we reach this charge node, then you have this big metal structure. And I also forgot you need some parachutes. I'll quickly spawn them in. Alright, so if you take a look on the map now, we currently are at 47 lat, 69 longitude. Nice. And at this point we want to drop down. So make sure that you have your parachutes equipped. Simply near the end, drop down and take out your parachute. Pretty straightforward. Make sure your thing is on passive, just in case you get attacked. So from here, we're going to move towards this way. Again, coordinates on the map, right here. And at this point, we are getting pretty close to the Reapers. Just go straight at this point. I remember playing this not so long ago, you know, a couple years ago, and honestly the blue zone can be absolute maze, so I will make this as easy to follow as possible. So once you see the water to our right side, you want to stick to the left. Again, stick to the left side. When we look on the map, so you just want to make sure that you have the water to your right side, while you stick to the left side. Okay, we got a note right here, cool. So if you want to know where this note is. So, once you see these big blue crystals, you want to keep moving forward, and now we are getting really close to where the Reapers spawn. And the best thing about this spot is, this is actually a spot where you do not even need a hazmat suit, in theory. You know, you can actually get Reapers just in front of the radiation zone. So we got a rock deck right here as a kind of landmark. So this is the location where you can find Reapers. So we are at 6173. So if we go a little bit further from here, you will notice that we get in the radiation zone. Okay, let's see if we can quickly find a Reaper. As you can see, we are in the radiation zone, meaning if you are in the radiation zone, you could find also Reapers. And this is a very common spawn, by the way. It is not guaranteed, but if you're looking for Reaper, always check this area first. And this is located at 65, 75 roughly. So there's also a charge node here. Usually they would spawn like right here. But of course, not this time. I will just quickly spawn one in then. So this is the code, by the way. This will spawn in a random level 1. Now it is a level 10. Alright, let's lead it back to the blue zone so we can tame this or get pregnant quick and safely. So now we are going to lead it back to the blue zone just a little bit further, and make sure that you also have your magnifying glass equipped and your bulb dog. So as you can see, we lost our Reaper. If that happens, just simply go back to get his attention. Make sure it follows you, of course. So we're getting pretty close now to the safe location. There we go, we are out of the radiation zone now. And one thing to keep in mind is that you want to make sure that everything nearby is dead. And I'm just quickly going to track this so you know what's going on. So the idea is pretty straightforward. You need to get the Reaper to 2k health or lower. And you can also track the health with the magnifying glass. Or in just a moment I will show you a trick on how to see when it's getting low health. Also, no matter what the level is, they always will have around, 40, 50k health. So even at level 150, you do not have to worry. They will always have the same health. The only difference, of course, would be the melee. They would do a bit more damage. So as you can see, we are doing perfectly fine. The Megalosaurus that we use is not even that strong. I believe it has around 500 melee, so nothing too OP. So as you can see, we are in a pretty good area. Nothing aggressive nearby, which is nice. So once we get low health, alright, so if we turn off our light now, go to emotes and do the clap. You should be able to notice that it's getting quite low now. But for now we're going to turn it back on. And as you can see, if it kills a nameless, it will actually heal, which is pretty bad. So try not to attack too many if you can. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot is equip your flag. We are not in the radiation zone anymore, so it's not needed. Let's quickly lead it a little bit further towards the blue zone though, just to be safe. This looks like a good enough area. Alright, now we can tame it. So it's below 2k health, that's what you want. Let's just give it another one. Now we need to turn off your light. So do the clap emote. And if you pay close attention, you should see like a purple glow, meaning you can get pregnant. It's not as obvious as on ASA, but you see like a little purple ball. That's the indicator that you can tame it. So a quicker way to do this would be jumping off, which I will do in a moment, because not always it will trigger now. So jump off. look at to do the animation, meaning we're pregnant. There you go. And you do not have to worry, even if you die now, which of course is not ideal. So now it will disappear. If you want more than, if you want your type to get pregnant, you will have to build a tab. Now that we got pregnant, we still have to do something else. On the bottom right, you can see this timer. So what you need to do now is basically you need to kill tames, and this will give you experience. The experience, of course, is determined on which tames that you kill. So the higher the level of the tames, so the most easy way to get levels for your Reaper would be by killing Spinos. They actually give a crazy amount of experience. So get them low with your tame, finish them off with yourself. Doing the final hit with your character will give you much more experience. Okay, so as you can see, we now have 75 levels on the bottom and we still need to wait 2 hours and 13 minutes. So let's say, for example, that your timer is about to run out. What you need to do is you need to go in a 1x1. So in a structure like this. And to be safe, you can make an airlock. So there's an extra wall here. Then, when the timer runs out, the Reaper will come out of your body and then you can claim it. Have some meat in your inventory. And that is basically it. You now have a baby Reaper.